I just had to, alright, there we go. I just had to do this video because I watched it last night, and I watched all parts last night, and I'm like, yeah. Part 1, I really enjoyed, like, the wedding, the pre-wedding. Part 1, all that was pretty great. It seemed a little boring, but it was actually a great episode to start off the crossover. It's been like that normally for the crossovers with Supergirl that start with Supergirl. It was a pretty good episode. I enjoyed it. And the second one was the Arrow one, and that one. I remember watching it. I just don't remember like what it was. I know. Part 1, I gave it a 7. Part 2. And that's actually when they find out who it is and that they're going up against. And then at the end of the episode, the main group, like Ollie, Flash, and them, get trapped on Earth X. I didn't really care for that episode. I give that a 6. The last two were my favorite for the Flash and DC's Legends of Tomorrow. I cried last night when I watched it. I'm not gonna lie, because Marty Stein was my favorite character. And they've been trying to break up Firestorm, and I knew that Gray was gonna die. I knew. Because, why not? Like, he's old, his character just had a kid, had a grandkid, and it would end his story there. And in episode 2, I think, Jax told Gray that he wasn't upset because that he wouldn't have any powers. He would be losing Gray. Like, he would be able, yeah, he would be basically losing him. Jax never had his father around, and he felt Stein as his father, and it was a pretty great episode, and the emotions and stuff, that was really great. I actually cried. I cried last night. I'm like, no, Stein! And then, because at the end of episode 3, which I enjoyed, and my favorite part of the episode, they showed us a couple of the different characters. Leonard Snart, which I like Leonard Snart as a character. He was my favorite character in Legends, and then they brought him back as evil in season 2, and I didn't like that. And after time, Stein was always one of my favorite characters since I saw him in The Flash with Ronnie. And then when Ronnie died, I'm like, nah. And then Jax is my second favorite character in the show. But Jax, but then they added in. I don't know what the rogue name is for him, but Ray. He's from Earth 1, but he is on Earth X. I don't know the story in between that. And then we met a couple characters from the Supergirl universe in there. I think one at Earth X. But the thing I don't get is I wonder who that fucking girl was in the beginning of episode 1 that said this wedding was one for the ages. Like, was she a Nazi, or like she seemed to know Barry? Like, I really don't know. I think she was one of the Nazis, but why? Like, she was really excited to be there at Barry's wedding. And I don't think it's because of the Nazis. Impulse. Nah. But what was I gonna say? Like, when I saw Marty shot, I'm like, nah, man, nah, you can't do this to Marty, no. And he goes, starts crawling. I'm like, come on, Stein, pull that lever, come on, you gotta survive. He's like, huh? He, boom, he shot Stein, but he fucking pulled the lever. That was pretty good shit. Episode 3, I give it a 9. It's a pretty great episode. I really enjoyed it. Now, part 4. All the fighting was alright. I kind of liked the fights. The thing that I liked was they got back. I thought they were actually gonna be able to save Stein, but no. Stein's like, come on, I know that I'm killing you. Give me that thing that Cisco made. I had Gideon synthesize all the things, and he's like, nah, Marty, no. And he gives it to him, and I'm like, no. And he drinks it, and then he goes and tells the crew, and they're like, no. And then they're like, where's Jax? After, like, Jax goes to Clarissa and his Stein's daughter, and tells her. And I'm like, no! No! But they did try to highlight that episode, with, Barry and Iris's wedding. And there's another wedding. Felicity and Oliver. Felicity's and Oliver's wedding was there. Diggle was the thing. But I wish there was a Flash on the different Earth. Not like Reverse Flash, not like an actual Flash, a speedster. That was good. I really wonder who that girl was in the beginning of the episode. But that episode has been first out of the entire series that I actually cried on. Like the Arrow, the Flash, and DC's Legends of Tomorrow. I don't watch Supergirl. I don't really care for it. but I like the other shows and I enjoyed them, and I sit there and watch them probably every night. But I give part 4 in the crossover a 10. A 10. And that's because it's been the first to actually make me cry. And Stein, why Stein? Why not one of the Vixens? Or whatever she's supposed to be. She has a similar necklace to the Vixen besides controlling animals. I don't know what her name would be. Mystic Vixen or something like that. But a character that I don't want them to kill because he's my now second favorite. Because he was my third, but Stein's dead, so Rory, I do not want dead because he's the he's the comic relief basically. He's the drunken dude. They brought Leo back, Leonard back, but he's Leo, and Leo is actually a really nice guy, and he tells Rory that they had one of him on his Earth, and he's like, but he passed, and he's like, how did I die? In a fire? Yeah, like, in a burning fire, rescuing all the cops. He's like, I was rescuing pigs. I'm a pansy or something like that. But the show was really great. I might have to review like each season, like of each show, or just the whole series because I really enjoy them. Like I want a new show to watch to bed now because they took it off of Netflix and I can't really go to sleep well. I've tried Flash and Arrow and DC's Legends of Tomorrow. It doesn't work quite right. But anyways,